The nation stood still, holding its breath. President Biden's words echoed through every home, resonating deeply. He would not seek re-election, a decision that stunned many. The news spread like wildfire, reaching every corner. Shockwaves rippled across the political landscape, leaving many in disbelief.
Social media exploded with reactions. Cable news went into overdrive, covering every angle. From the halls of Congress to Main Street diners, everyone was talking about it non-stop. Biden's decision was unexpected, a bolt out of the blue, shocking everyone.
For months, speculation had swirled about his intentions and plans. Would he run or wouldn't he? The question lingered. Now the answer was clear and definitive. A new chapter was about to be written in American history, one that would be remembered.
The weight of the moment was palpable, heavy with significance. Biden's decision would have profound consequences, not just for the Democratic Party but for the entire nation. The 2024 election would never be the same, forever altered.
Biden's presidency had been a tumultuous one. From the very beginning, he was thrust into a whirlwind of crises that would test even the most seasoned leader. The weight of the office was palpable, and the challenges seemed insurmountable at times. He inherited a nation grappling with a pandemic, a divided populace, and a world in flux. The COVID-19 pandemic had left the streets eerily empty, businesses shuttered, and families grieving. The social fabric of the nation was frayed, with protests erupting over racial injustice and political divisions deepening. His leadership was tested from day one. Every decision he made was scrutinized, every move analyzed. The pressure was immense, but Biden remained resolute, determined to steer the country through the storm.
He achieved significant victories. Despite the challenges, there were moments of triumph that showcased his ability to lead and bring about change. His administration worked tirelessly to pass legislation that would benefit millions of Americans. The American Rescue Plan provided much-needed relief. This comprehensive package aimed to address the economic fallout from the pandemic, offering financial support to families, businesses, and local governments. It was a lifeline for many who had been struggling to make ends meet. The Infrastructure Investment and Jobs Act promised to rebuild crumbling roads and bridges. This ambitious plan aimed to modernize the nation's infrastructure, creating jobs and stimulating economic growth. It was a bold vision for the future, one that sought to lay the foundation for a more resilient and prosperous America. The vaccine rollout, while not without its hiccups, was ultimately successful. The administration's efforts to distribute vaccines across the country helped curb the spread of the virus and save countless lives. It was a monumental task, but one that underscored the importance of leadership and coordination in times of crisis.
But he also faced formidable challenges. The road was far from smooth, and there were numerous obstacles that threatened to derail his agenda. The weight of these challenges was a constant reminder of the complexities of governing in a deeply divided nation. The chaotic withdrawal from Afghanistan cast a long shadow. The images of desperate Afghans clinging to planes, the tragic loss of life, and the questions about the future of the region all contributed to a sense of uncertainty and criticism. It was a moment that would be etched in the annals of history, a stark reminder of the costs of war and the difficulties of ending it. Inflation soared, eroding the economic gains of his first year. The rising cost of goods and services hit American families hard, and the administration faced mounting pressure to address the issue. It was a complex problem with no easy solutions, and it underscored the interconnectedness of global economies. The Republican Party, fueled by Trump's grievances, seemed more interested in obstruction than governance. The political landscape was fraught with tension, and bipartisan cooperation was often elusive. The divisions within the country were stark, and the path to unity seemed increasingly difficult to navigate.
Through it all, Biden projected an image of steady, experienced leadership. His years of public service and deep understanding of the political landscape were evident in his approach. He sought to reassure the nation, to provide a sense of stability in uncertain times. He sought to heal divisions and restore America's standing in the world. On the international stage, Biden worked to rebuild alliances and strengthen partnerships. His diplomatic efforts were aimed at addressing global challenges and reaffirming America's commitment to its allies. His decision not to seek re-election, however, suggested that even he recognized the limits of what he could achieve in a deeply polarized nation. It was a poignant moment, one that reflected the realities of leadership in a time of profound change. As he looked to the future, the legacy of his presidency would be shaped by both his triumphs and tribulations, a testament to the enduring complexities of governance.
The reactions to Biden's announcement fell predictably along partisan lines. Republicans were jubilant. The news spread like wildfire through Republican circles, igniting a wave of celebration and optimism. For many, it was a moment of vindication, a confirmation of their long-held belief that the Biden administration was faltering. They saw it as a sign of weakness, a tacit admission that the Democrats were headed for defeat in 2024. Republican leaders quickly convened to strategize, sensing an opportunity to solidify their position and rally their base. The atmosphere in these meetings was electric, filled with a renewed sense of purpose and determination.
"I told you so," crowed Donald Trump from his perch at Mar-a-Lago. His supporters erupted in cheers, their faith in his leadership reaffirmed. Trump wasted no time in framing Biden's announcement as a personal victory, a testament to his own political acumen and resilience. Biden couldn't handle the pressure. He knows he's finished. Trump's words resonated deeply with his base, who saw this as a pivotal moment in their ongoing battle against the Democratic establishment. The rallying cries grew louder, and the sense of momentum was palpable. Other Republican hopefuls echoed Trump's sentiments, eager to capitalize on the perceived vulnerability of the Democrats. They took to the stage, delivering impassioned speeches that promised a brighter future under Republican leadership. The message was clear. This was their moment to seize.
Democrats, meanwhile, were a mix of shock and disappointment. The announcement had caught many off guard, leaving them grappling with a range of emotions. Some were visibly shaken, their faces reflecting the uncertainty that now loomed over their party's future. Some expressed understanding for Biden's decision, acknowledging the toll that the presidency had taken on him and his family. They spoke of the immense pressures and challenges he had faced and the personal sacrifices he had made. For these supporters, Biden's decision was a poignant reminder of the human side of politics. Others worried about what his departure would mean for the party's chances in the upcoming election. The discussions in Democratic circles were intense, with strategists and leaders scrambling to reassess their plans. The sense of urgency was palpable as they sought to navigate this unexpected turn of events.
"We're going to miss his leadership," said one Democratic strategist, speaking on condition of anonymity. The strategist's words echoed the sentiments of many within the party, who had come to rely on Biden's steady hand and experienced guidance. His departure left a void that would be difficult to fill. He's been a steady hand at the helm during a very turbulent time. Biden's tenure had been marked by significant challenges, from the pandemic to economic upheavals, and his leadership had been a source of stability for many. His ability to navigate these crises had earned him respect and admiration, even among some of his critics. But we also understand that he's earned the right to step down. The acknowledgement of Biden's contributions was accompanied by a recognition of his right to prioritize his well-being and that of his family. As the party looked to the future, there was a collective hope that they could build on his legacy and continue to move forward.
In his address to the nation, Biden didn't just announce his decision to step down. He took this moment to reflect on his presidency, highlighting the achievements and challenges faced during his tenure. Biden spoke about the importance of unity and the need for strong leadership in the coming years. He also threw his full support behind Vice President Kamala Harris, urging Democrats to unite behind her candidacy. Biden emphasized the significance of this endorsement, noting that it was not just a political move, but a heartfelt decision based on his close working relationship with Harris.
"Kamala is a proven fighter," Biden said, his voice filled with conviction. He recounted numerous instances where Harris demonstrated her resilience and dedication, from her time as a senator to her role as vice president. Biden highlighted her efforts in tackling key issues such as healthcare, climate change, and social justice. "She's smart, she's tough, and she's ready to lead." Biden's words were not just a testament to Harris's capabilities, but also a call to action for the Democratic Party to rally behind her. He spoke about the need for continuity and the importance of building on the progress made during his administration. "I have no doubt that she's the best person to continue the progress we've made and build a better future for all Americans." Biden's endorsement was filled with optimism and hope, painting a picture of a future where Harris's leadership would bring about positive change and unity.
Biden's endorsement was both historic and strategic. It marked a significant moment in American politics, as it was the first time a sitting president had endorsed a vice president for the presidency in such a manner. This move was seen as a way to solidify the Democratic Party's stance and present a united front. Harris, the first woman and first person of color to serve as vice president, would now carry the mantle of the Democratic Party into the 2024 election. Her candidacy was a symbol of progress and a step towards a more inclusive and representative government. Her candidacy represented a generational shift and a commitment to diversity. Young voters in particular saw Harris as a beacon of hope and a leader who could address the issues that mattered most to them, such as climate change, student debt, and social justice.
But Harris also faced an uphill battle. Despite her achievements and the historic nature of her candidacy, she had to overcome significant challenges. The political landscape was fraught with division, and Harris needed to prove her ability to unite the party and the nation. She had struggled to define her role as vice president, and her poll numbers remained stubbornly low. Critics pointed to her lack of visibility and questioned her effectiveness in the administration. Harris needed to address these concerns head-on and demonstrate her leadership qualities. Biden's endorsement would give her a much-needed boost, but it remained to be seen whether she could win over skeptical voters and unite a fractured party. The road ahead was challenging, but with Biden's support and her own determination, Harris had the potential to make history once again. The coming months would be crucial as she campaigned tirelessly to earn the trust and support of the American people.